Yardrats. Last time, Vegeta, Hiffle, this guy, Frieza, Dad, Earth, bad. Goku, instant transmission, teacher heart virus. Find Master Roshi Stone hidden somewhere in today's video, and be the first to comment where you found it at, and you'll get that comment pinned in this video and a shout out in the next. Unless I completely forget about hiding the stone for some reason. And in which case, shoutouts to Goliath, Lich King, Inoru, Taver VJ50Y, Franklin Graffini, Tay Slevo, Guitar God Thor, Stickman, and Luke Reigns for trying to find the stone in the last video, but it'll actually be somewhere in today's video, probably. So be the first to timestamp it and get a shout out in the next. June 7th, 764. This was the day Goku finally mastered the art of instantaneous movement, but it was also a tragic day for the Yardrats. In a deep focus, there's no doubt in Goku's mind that aura is Hushu's. His energy is descending rapidly. What's going on? Is this a test? No, he's in bad shape. Soba is also there with him. Heading after him, he only hopes they can wait a moment more. In a hospital room, Soba questions a doctor if he's going to be okay. But unfortunately, the medical staff can only apologize that his time is short. He may have been sick for a long time without knowing it. What he has may also be contagious. The warrior now worries that some of their own people may have contracted this disease without knowing it. Managing to track him perfectly, Goku finally did it. He teleports in asking what's going on here. Soba explained that Hushu had a heart attack, but at this time, his condition is worrying. His prognosis is that his ailment could be contagious, and Hushu himself has very little time left to live. Leaving our hero to then question what they can do to save him. It's then revealed to him there's nothing they can do. At this point, there is no saving him. The old-timer at last whimpers out his first words of the scene. Merely, he's happy to see the Saiyan has finally mastered the instant transmission. Which, yeah, but they're here for him. Causing Hushu to look towards Soba. Before he leaves this world, he wants him to give him his hand. This is very important. Doing so, he doesn't mince words and simply thanks his son. But his son! The elder monologues that he is Hushu, the last of the wise men of their native people. When their planet came under fire from Frieza's forces, he left Yardrat to prepare their cousins, as well as to ensure the continuation of their knowledge of their own race. When he arrived with his family, Soba's mother wanted him to teach their son the secret techniques he had developed. He refused for the fear that they would fall into Frieza's hands if he had ever decided to betray them and join Frieza's army, like Soba's brother Zindel. During the first assault of the Ginyu Force on planet Yardrat, Hushu saw Soba surrender to them. He felt betrayed by what he thought was a lack of courage on his part. The people were safe, but they were enslaved, stripped of their freedom, faced with the guilt and shame that gnawed at himself. He felt that exile was the only option open to him. But then there was Goku in the attack of King Cold's forces. He could finally see the son he had always wanted, a true warrior who risked his life to save others. The arrival of the Saiyan has changed Soba. He has grown, and Hushu has found his pride. He again thanks his son, pleading he never forget who he is. As the life fades from his father's eyes, Soba can only hope that he'll forgive him for not having lived up to his expectations. But at the same time, it should be noted that Hushu is one bum-ass dad. Hushu's death brought sadness to the entire planet. Even Goku, who is usually so carefree, was saddened by the death of the one who was the master of this planet. But he also felt great frustration in the fact that there was nothing he could do to prevent this. He, who possessed such mighty power, was once again helpless in the face of the death of another friend. Hushu left this world, but his spirit and teachings continued to live on through his disciples, and his son Soba. Then we have to wonder, what happened to Shima? The last we heard of her, Cold's men had discovered she had visited one of the king's planets while fleeing Yardrat. After suffering defeat at Son Goku's hands, she could not return to headquarters for fear of being killed by King Cold. So she deserted. Questioning her purpose in the universe, she decided to resume her desire to defend oppressed people in order to ease her conscience. But during one of her raids on a garrison of Frieza soldiers, she was shocked to learn that Frieza was still alive. She then remembered the Saiyan who saved her life. She had to do something to repay her debt to him. Searing through the sky, she hopes it's not too late. That's how Shima, ex-commander of King Cold's elite squadron, left for planet Yardrat once more. This time to warn Goku of the imminent departure of his sworn enemy Frieza to planet Earth. September 25th, 764. Just somewhere in the universe. Staring out the window, almost getting lost in his own thoughts, Frieza questions if they've detected planet Earth yet. Which they have. It's located in the northern galaxy. They can be there in 20 days. Bringing no second thought to the tyrant, they will head there now. He looks forward to destroying Goku and his friends. Soon, the Super Saiyan will become a forgotten myth. When a particular ship passes him, a grunt informs that the approaching vessel is Shima's, prompting Cold to demand contact with it. He screams out to the warrior that this is her king addressing her. As soon as he returns from his mission to Earth, he will kill her for betraying his empire. Only laughing at this, she chuckles that with all due respect, he shouldn't delude himself with such fantasies. First, he'd have to kill that Super Saiyan, and she doubts he's man enough. Only angering him further, he will make sure her death is a painful one. He instructs his men to stop the ship. He will kill her himself right now. His son, however, objects. Let her live. She now knows they're leaving for Earth. Goku will be plunged into despair when he sees his son, his friends, and all of the Earthlings reduced to dust. September 30th, 764.
Daily procedure on planet Yardrat initiated.
Chilling blow. Soba questions if Goku thinks he's strong enough now. Who says no doubt? He'd like to fight him when he's even stronger though, causing him to reply for the Saiyan not to cowpie him. He's a Super Saiyan. There's nothing he can do against him. Upon Shima gently tapping down on the quiet world, they can sense she's back. Zipping to her location, even Goku wants to hurry before disaster strikes. Soba states that he would like to be the one who faces her this time. Jumping out of the crater, she clearly wasn't expecting to see them so abruptly, as she only has to offer a timid and confused hello. As they don't respond, she can't help but receive the icy welcome ironically, though she's happy to see the Saiyan is still here. The son of Hushu barks to know what she's doing on this planet. Was her last defeat not enough? Prompting the Ginger to snarl back to the Toadhead that she isn't here as an enemy. She found out something important and came to warn them of the imminent arrival of Frieza and his father King Cold to planet Earth. Coming to the great horror of Goku, Frieza's heading to Earth? Soba remarks that the Saiyan should have made sure of Frieza's death before he proclaimed his victory. But he argues this is impossible. He did finish him off. Even if he survived that final attack, he should have died in that explosion. If Shima's estimate is right, Goku should be able to make it to Earth in 15 days if he leaves now. She'll stay here to defend the planet with Soba, the leader of the Yardrats. Believing this all rather quickly, though fortunately, Goku states that his friends are in danger, so he needs the spaceship he came here in. Lucky for them, it's been fixed since his arrival. The three head off. 20 minutes later. Getting emotional at the reality of the situation, Soba takes Goku to his craft, which has been programmed to go to Earth as its next destination. He doesn't know how to thank him for what he's done for his people, but he must finish off this tyrant once and for all. His reign of terror must end. As for Shima, she promises to do whatever it takes to earn his forgiveness, begging for him to defeat Frieza as well. Although, doesn't she too want to fight Frieza and his father? Which I'm sure she would, but she already knows they would kill her easily. With that, he thanks Soba for everything, hoping they can meet again someday. And that's how Goku left the planet Yardrat. August 15th, 764. Above our positive adjective world, Frieza grins with malice, thinking that soon, son Goku will taste his vengeance. His father, bored by the situation, inquisitively inquires if this is Earth. They could destroy it without getting off the ship. But that's not enough for his son. He wishes for the Super Saiyan to taste true despair at the sight of his friends' corpses scattered around him. He will take his time torturing them one by one until he gets here. The gap between Frieza's ship and Goku's was narrowing. In 3 hours, Goku would arrive on Earth. But would he be there in time to prevent the catastrophe that Frieza was planning? Each of the Z-Fighters reacted to the arrival of the Tyrant, some knowing firsthand who it is, and others knowing it could be nobody else. The end of the world drew near. The faces of Earth's warriors contorted in fear as they felt the incredible power emanating from the ship as it approached their planet. A giant shadow eclipsed the sky as the spaceship descended into Earth's atmosphere above the heads of our warriors. They were forced to watch helplessly as the terrible tyrant of the universe came ever closer. Our heroes hid their key to prevent being spotted by the few scouts and warriors aboard the ship as they began to assess the situation and form a plan. As Frieza's vessel landed, the horror of our heroes was further magnified when they discovered an equally sinister aura accompanied them. With Frieza and Cold landing on Earth, will Goku be able to reach them in time to save them? Or will a mysterious youth from the future make his unexpected appearance to save our heroes?